Are the effects of inflation slowly creeping up on you? Here's how you can prepare your finances and stay ahead of inflation. I'm Jay Gagnes, and I help make Canadian business owners' goals a reality with innovative financial advice. Inflation for business owners is significantly more impactful than inflation for individuals because it hits us on both sides. It hits our business and it also hits our personal expenses. I personally have noticed my grocery bills are up $300 to $400 a month, and my recent trip to Hawaii was almost double the cost of the last one I took in 2018. Today I'm going to share with you some of the valuable tools that we are using to ensure that you stay ahead of inflation and you don't let the rising costs impact your cash flow to the effect that you're not accomplishing your goals. Starting out with the fundamentals of cash flow and how you should be organizing every aspect of your cash flow does not change because inflation has hit. You want to review every single one of your expenditures, look back over the past several months, and you want to know exactly where each dollar within your cash flow plan is going to know where you're overspending and where inflation is hitting. There's three main categories within your cash flow plan that you want to allocate funds. Number one is going to be your goals. These are the things that are the most important areas of your life, your 5 big rocks, the areas that you want to allocate money first to make sure that you're not looking back and feeling like you're going to be further ahead. Your long-term goals, that money should stay inside your holding company. Your short-term goals, that's going to be in a savings account personally. That money's come out of your corporation. Number two is your committed expenses. Committed expenses are the things that help you get ahead and are generally fixed in nature. Your mortgage payments, your insurances, your car payments, these are things that are going to be quite consistent and oftentimes not hit quite yet by inflation. Number three is going to be your spendable account that you're allocating money towards your day-to-day lifestyle. These are things like groceries, dining out, things like kids' activities, travel. These are the things that are really going to hit when inflation hits, and they're going to creep up on you and you're not going to notice. So getting clear on where you're allocating those spendable amounts week to week is a very important step in organizing how we're going to allocate money into the future. So a few things on how you can start to curb inflation and make sure that you're organized and ahead of the curve. Number one, you can pay yourself a little bit more of a dividend out of the corporation. So this is a step that you'd want to do if you want to maintain your lifestyle and you want to make sure that you continue to allocate and buy the same amount of things that you're buying month to month and you need more cash. Another way to do that would be to pull some money out of savings. So if you have some personal savings or a slush fund that you've built up over the years, you could pull some money out of that account to make sure that you're consistently allocating money towards your day-to-day expenses and consistently allocating money towards your weekly cash flow. The problem with those two areas are they will possibly affect your goals. So you might have a situation where that money's coming out of your corporation that should have been allocated towards goals, or a savings account that was made for something else that is one of the most important things in your life. So we don't necessarily love the idea of taking money out of your corporation or a savings account because that money was very likely put there for one of the most important things in your life or allocating towards the goals and dreams that you're ultimately trying to accomplish. The third option here would be to simply lower your lifestyle to the point where you maintain the cash flow plan that you originally had. Now, this option would result in having a little bit of a tighter budget. I know business owners don't necessarily love having a tighter budget, but inflation won't be here forever. So this is an option that will allow you to still maintain money towards those exciting, most important things in your life, and you won't look back feeling like you should be further ahead. My favorite option and the option that I've chosen is a little bit of a combination. So we want to go on the vacations and we want to enjoy our life now, but vacations have become extremely expensive since inflation has hit. So we are taking a little bit more money out of the corporation, and we're also watching the spendable account on a weekly basis and have cut back on a few of the regular things that we would do. So that hybrid approach, allowing us to have a little bit of money coming from our goals account, which ultimately will not affect our goals long term, and having a little bit of a curbing of our weekly spendable account has been a great result for us to make sure that we're overcoming inflation and working with the increasing costs of our day-to-day lives. So I hope that helped get clear on some of the areas and opportunities within how to curb inflation and how to stay on top of it. Having a clear and effective cash flow plan is ultimately the most important thing. And if you don't have that cash flow plan in place, then you're not going to know where your money's going. And you're definitely going to be looking back in the future feeling like you should have been much, much further ahead because that money is not going to the right areas. Thank you for watching. If you're feeling stuck and want unbiased financial advice explained in ways that you can easily understand, book a call with the link in the description below.